Gotta love that abstract parody of Star Soldier 1. He's awesome. But anyway, okay. First off, I'm going to start this video off really briefly. Ooh, I gotta get a coaster. I just realized this shit was leaking. Oh, that shit staining on me. Got myself a big old can of Arnold Palmer's half and half. Don't have to worry about any carbonation. I just saw a black speck in here. Anyway, alright. What the fuck is that? It's like an insect. Screw it. I eat shrimp anyway. But, alright. People were just gonna be like, I want someone to see if they're paying attention, mention the shrimp part, and you win a prize. You'll get the ultimate, oh man, in the next video shout out. No, but, alright, I got a couple pickups here at Gamestop. I had to take two of this because I was kind of taking too long talking about the games. But, alright, really briefly, I'm going to go through every single one of these games and why I picked them up, even though, quite frankly, I'm a very abstract collector. And when it comes to GBA, I don't really necessarily expect too much of the boxes to be intact unless I'm really freaking lucky. But they picked up this game for $3.99, and this is something, you know, a couple of people here on YouTube, like Treasure and that old dirty bastard of gaming there, really enjoyed the crap out of this game, and these guys know who they are. Treasure fan, Mr. Dirty Old Gaming, Mr. Old Gaming Boy. Oh man. This game is a little bit scuffed up beyond comparison. It's Lost Vikings for the Game Boy Advance. You know, I could have gotten this for the Sega Genesis, no problem, but you know, I had a gift card. Definitely by 5 o'clock. By 5 o'clock. I have some of those Down syndrome times in my voice. Like I kind of stutter a lot. So I'm trying to get everything out at once and it's too fast. But got a $25 gift card. I spent like $14 of it through these purchases, so it wasn't too bad. Didn't pay anything at all for the gift card because I did some surveys online. But you know, this has been through hell. A brief story about this is I usually bring this with me everywhere I go now. My Game Boy SP. I just stick it in my pocket, so just in case I'm like waiting for something, I can just sit down and play SP or something. I mean, one of the games I keep in here at all times is The Adventures of Link, because it's one of those type of games that you'll die a lot, so it gives you plenty to do to try to get back up to that point. So it kills plenty of time. But you know, I busted this out. The guy looked at the cart and goes, "Damn, I wonder if this even works." So then I just busted this out, and he's just like, he was acting like I was Clint Eastwood up in this shit. It was just like, he was like, you know, but, you know, I showed it to him and said, yeah, it works. I played it, a little bit of it, and he goes, dude, if you bring that in from now on, and if we still have the GBA game still here in this case, I'll just let you play whatever you want. I don't care. It's like, if I'm here, I'm like, all right, cool. I guess he was the assistant manager, or the manager or something, so he he thought that was crazy how I just bust out an SP out of nowhere. I guess remember now, guys, if you ask people at GameStop really nicely, they'll let you play with your SP of some of the games behind the case. Only if you stand by them, though, so that way you don't make a run for it. Even though I could have, but I'm not a jerk. Alright. Next game, I want to show you guys. That is cold. Oh. I got sensitive teeth because I brushed it too hard the other day. Oh, fuck. But, alright. Next game I paid like a couple bucks for these. These are loose. And, you know, this is the whole soapboxing I agree with YouTubeosaurus. They cut back on a lot of PlayStation 2 games because, you know, most of the sports titles are costing up clustered. And 99 cents a piece for the sports titles. But I went after these because I felt like these had more substance and was an outdated sports game. But I picked up Mobile Light Force 2. Really nice shooter. I'm going to do some footage of that later on. And the game that I really enjoyed for the PlayStation 2 but I traded in stupidly is Eternal Ring. It's a first-person dungeon crawler, and it's actually quite enjoyable. It takes a little bit of getting used to at first, but once you get into it, it's a really fun experience. I mean, it's not amazing like, you know, some people feel Morrowind and Oblivion was, but, you know, it's sort of the same elements of that, but you don't have third-person mode. And it's sort of it's different. You have to get used to it. All right, next two games I'm gonna jump into here because I've been, I only hunt for like abstract games. I've played them in the past, or if I find a game online, I find it really looks good, I'll just buy it, not care what anyone says about it. Just like buying a Commando for the Xbox 360. That game's awesome. But Project number 03, had to look in the camera a little bit there because I couldn't read it because I always script the name for this. Piano 3, but made by Capcom, and somebody PM me as I'm. But Capcom basically made this game. It's one of the few launch titles for the GameCube when it first came out. It isn't well received, but it's an interesting game. It's sort of like Contra with that third-person mode from the Nintendo days. But it's a really, really interesting and fantastic little game. It's something I've been starting to collect more for my GameCube. I mean, this isn't like one of the cases for the GameCube. I have to replace it, but for $3, comes complete. So I was happy. I was like, whatever. Next game I'm gonna close this off with is Extermination. I have to read it a couple times so that way I can pronounce it correctly. I got this for like $4, and not a bad price. It was one of the few launch titles as well for the PlayStation. Played the demo like crazy when I had the demo disc for it. So then I decided, all right, I'm just gonna get this like later on in my life. I take this back. I think this was released a little bit later on because this isn't the blue edition or the blue discs, which is the blue discs are a little bit dangerous for PlayStation 2s. Like those I consider to be a little bit dangerous on the laser. That's probably why they removed them and did a different format. But you can tell this is definitely a PlayStation title, or was under the benchmark, because it has the survey manual, and it also has the manual as well. So very happy to pick these up. Didn't pay too much at all. I mean, I'm a very cheap man, as you can tell by my Rurouni Kenshin t-shirt. Even this t-shirt's badass, and I don't care what anyone else says because I paid like $8 for it. Actually, no, I take that back, $13, because I was gonna get it for $13, but the size was too small for me, and I was like fat back in the day, so like my man titties are everywhere. But anyway, I shouldn't be talking like that. Kids watch this, but other than that, I gotta keep myself PG because you know what? WWE might be watching. I'm watching you, Vince. I'm watching you, you bastard. But alright, closing out, I'd like to say thank you very much to everybody who's been watching. I'm going to say definitely thank you to everyone who supported me throughout the 4 years I've been here on YouTube. Everybody from Gomon and, Galbrix. My freaking brain just exploded there for a minute. Just got like a really pounding headache. It just came out of the sun. But, again, I'd like to thank everybody. Everyone's asking where it happened to. Is it worth the universe? That's coming back. Don't worry about it. I just wanted to play through one of the recent games I picked up, Folklore, because I wanted to bring it into the next review. I want to play a humongous chunk of the game before I even talk about it, because at least I'm unlike IGN. I actually play the games. But, alright, other than that, guys, I'd like to thank you guys, everybody, for watching, and I will be putting up more videos soon. Take care.